Welcome to the AI with Arun show. In this episode, we are presenting a brief summary of the Indian budget presented by Honorable Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman on February 1st, 2025. According to the economic survey released on Jan 31st, 2025, India's economy is projected to grow between 6.3% and 6.8% in the next fiscal year. Despite a slight slowdown from the previous year's 8.2% growth, India remains one of the fastest growing major economies globally. The government aims to reinforce medium term growth through potential structural reforms and deregulation. Sitharaman emphasized fiscal prudence, setting the fiscal deficit target for 2025-26 at 4.4% of GDP, aligning with the government's commitment to reduce the budget gap below 4.5% by 2026. This has been revised from 4.9% in the previous year. Economists have cautioned that overly aggressive fiscal deficit targets could potentially hinder economic growth. The government intends to achieve this through financial consolidation by boosting tax revenues and optimizing expenditures. First of all, some good news. There is no income tax for individuals with an annual income of up to rupees 12 lakhs. For salaried individuals, this limit is effectively rupees 12.75 lakhs due to the standard deduction of rupees 75,000. This change aims to boost household consumption and savings. If you are a senior citizen, the deductions on income interest has been raised from rupees 50 lakhs to rupees 1 lakhs. Rationalization of TDS and TCS has also been incorporated. So TDS is tax deducted at source and TCS is tax collected at source. TDS on rent has been raised from rupees 2.4 lakhs to rupees 6 lakhs. The threshold on tax at source on remittances under the liberalized remittance scheme LRS has been raised from rupees 7 lakhs to rupees 10 lakhs. The budget also proposes removing TCS on remittances for educational purposes if funded through a loan from a specified financial institution. TCS on transactions related to sale of goods will be omitted to reduce compliance difficulties. Delays in payment of TCS up to the due date will be decriminalized. And finally, the time limit to file the updated returns has been extended from 2 years to 4 years. The government has made significant efforts to boost domestic manufacturing. A national manufacturing mission will be established to support clean technology and enhance domestic value additions in sectors such as solar PV modules, EV batteries, and wind turbines. This mission will cover small, medium, and large industries. The basic customs duty on interactive flat panel displays has been increased from 10% to 20%, while that on open cells and other companies has been reduced to 5%. This aligns perfectly with the Make in India policy and aims to encourage domestic manufacturing. Cobalt powder and scrap of lithium ion batteries are now fully exempt from customs duty. The budget also proposes adding 25 additional capital goods for EV battery manufacturing and 28 goods for mobile phone battery manufacturing. This will further reduce the capital expenditure for setting up phone manufacturing in India, which is giving a boost to the nascent industry. The time limit for foreign origin railway goods imported for repairs has been extended from 6 months to 1 year. These measures clearly demonstrate a clear focus on boosting domestic manufacturing in key sectors and renewable energy through various initiatives and custom duty adjustments. Let us look at some of the announcements on infra development. The government will launch a modified UDAN scheme to connect 120 destinations. This scheme is expected to support about 4 crore additional passengers in the next 10 years and will also support helipads and smaller airports in hilly, aspirational, and northeast regional districts. The budget prioritizes infrastructure development with increased investments expected in roads, railways, and other key areas. This is expected to benefit companies involved in roads, highways, and other infrastructure projects. MSMEs and startups are the integral part of the Indian economy. Measures to support micro, small, and medium enterprises or MSMEs include enhanced credit access and a focus on making India a global manufacturing hub. The MSME sector currently generates 36% of India's manufacturing output. For Startup Fund, a new fund for startups will be set up with a fresh contribution of rupees 10,000 crores in addition to the existing government contribution of rupees 10,000 crores. So sort of doubles it up. A new scheme will also be launched for 5 lakh women and first-time entrepreneurs from SC and ST communities. Revitalizing rural India is an integral part of the budget. The PM Dhan Dhyan Krishi Yojana will cover 100 districts with low productivity to enhance agricultural productivity and augment storage at the panchayat level. It will benefit 1.7 crore farmers and will be launched in partnership with the states. A new urea plant will be set up in Namrup, Assam, with an annual production capacity of 12.7 lakh tons. The government plans to enhance the limit under the Kisan credit card to rupees 5 lakhs from rupees 3 lakhs to further the flow of credit to farmers. The Honorable Minister has also announced multiple schemes for education and skill development. There will be 50,000 Atal tinkering labs will be set up in schools to foster curiosity and scientific temper. Broadband connectivity will be provided to all government secondary schools. The total number of students in 23 IITs has increased by 100% in the past 10 years. Additional infrastructure will be created in the 5 IITs started after 2014 to accommodate 6,500 more students. This means that the hostels and other infrastructure capacity at IIT Patna would also be expanded. The government is setting up a center of excellence in AI, which will be set up at an outlay of rupees 500 crores. Now let's look at announcements in the healthcare accessibility space. There'll be 10,000 additional medical seats will be added next year with a goal of adding 75,000 seats for the next 5 years. Daycare centers will be established in all district hospitals within the next 3 years with 200 centers to be established in 2025 to 2026 alone. Full exemptions and concessional drugs will apply, duty will apply to bulk drugs and their manufacturers. 36 life saving drugs and medicines are fully exempted from basic customs duty, and a concessional rate will be imposed on 6 life saving drugs. This will provide relief to patients, particularly those suffering from cancer, rare diseases, and severe chronic diseases. Now let us look at some additional initiatives. A rupees 25,000 crore maritime development fund will be set up to support and promote competition in the maritime sector. The government will contribute 49% with the rest coming from the private sector. The government will launch second asset monetization plan for 2025 to 2030. The plan is expected to generate rupees 10 lakh crore in capital for new projects. Regulations and fiscal measures will be fine-tuned to support the plan. In terms of custom and tariff changes, 7 tariff rates will be removed, in addition to 7 rates removed in the previous budgets. This will leave only 8 remaining tariffs, including a zero rate. Duty incidents will be broadly maintained except for a few items where they will be reduced marginally. A time limit of 2 years, extendable by a year, has been set for finalizing provisional assessments under the Customs Act. For innovation and technology, the government will provide Rs 20,000 crores to promote innovation in partnership with the private sector. An export promotion mission with a specific target for easy credit access will also be launched. A national framework for promoting global capability centers (GCCs) in emerging tier 2 cities will be set up. The budget has largely been seen as pro people and pro middle class by a lot of experts. The focus clearly is on productivity and competitiveness and Make in India. However, there are concerns that remain about the impact of fiscal deficit targets. What do you think? Will fiscal deficit targets impact economic growth? Let us know in the comments below. That concludes our show on the Indian Union budget. Please share your feedback and budget opinions in the comments below. And thank you.